How do you make videos that people want to watch? Positivity is the secret ingredient here. Clarify goals and anticipate challenges. Hi, my name is Jeremy Sneed, and I am the creative director and founder here at Mediajuice Studios. We are coming into our 20th year. That's right. I founded Mediajuice in October of 2004. And our first client was a video game company, and one game trailer turned into mini game trailers, and one game studio turned into mini game publishers. And we've worked with most of the top publishers in gaming, from Activision to Ubisoft to 2K to Gearbox to Capcom to some of the top networks and studios in the world like Prime Video. And I know that sounds really name dropping, but the only reason I mention that is because those clients were hard won. You know, I've learned a lot over the years, how to acquire clients, how to keep clients, how to make great commercials, great trailers. And if I've gotten one question consistently in my career, it is, how do you do that? How do you acquire clients, keep clients, make great content? And I know that's a really loaded question. There's not one simple answer. It's a kind of a journey. So I figured we could go on that journey together, and I can give you I don't know what you want to call it, tips, tricks, wisdom, what I've learned. So here we go. People love stories. They're drawn to narratives that evoke emotions and offer solutions to their problems. When it comes to making videos people want to watch, it's really all about tapping into a few fundamental human desires. Number one, take time to craft a compelling story that resonates with your audience on an emotional level. And again, this applies to a 30-second TV spot or a 2-hour documentary or a narrative. Whether it's through humor or drama or inspiration, a well-told story really has the power to captivate and engage viewers where they are. People and clients, they're always looking for solutions to their challenges or problems, whether big or small. By addressing the audience or the client's needs and providing valuable insights, your videos become not just entertaining, but genuinely helpful to the client or to the audience. I think it was Ethan Hawke who recently was talking about, is art necessary when you lose a loved one or you've had your heart broken? A poem or a good movie is like sustenance. And that can apply to documentary and to commercial as well. Really tapping into people's emotions for something that they need or a client needs. If you have a team, and you should have a team, don't try to be a one-man band because you'll burn yourself out and you won't do as good work. Let your team have fun and be creative. Give them space to play and explore without too many rules. Even if you don't end up using what an editor or a graphic designer or an actor or a cinematographer comes up with, remember, every experience is a learning opportunity for you as the leader and for your team. And each experiment, each exploration, I'd say, it helps your team grow and develop new skills. And remember, like as the leader, for me, I play dual roles. I'm the creative director here at Mediajuice, but I'm also a filmmaker and a director on set. Just remember, as the leader, you don't have to use an idea. You can, but don't feel boxed in because you're getting multiple ideas from multiple people, or people are trying things that you don't like. It's okay. It's kind of a buffet. Take what you like and then put it together into something that makes you happy. All of your artists and partner skills can be applied to another project later if you don't use them on this one. But expanding your capabilities, your abilities, your team's abilities as a creative production company, I think you'll really see it elevates the product, it's more fun, and just overall creates a better team environment. Building trust with clients, it's really at the core of every agency, of every production studio. It's big. It's everything. You're entering into a professional relationship. That's what you have to understand. You can't treat this like a friendship. It can eventually become that, but when you start, it's definitely a professional relationship and should be treated as such. It's not bro. It's not, yo, I'm proving my age. I sound old right now. It's a professional relationship. This person, this company, these people, they're looking for someone that's excited to impress them. And it's not just about delivering great work. That is a major goal, of course. You can't substitute that. But it is really about the entire experience. You have to make it fun. You have to make it easy so they can't wait to work with you again. That's a big one. If you're so focused on the product, but the process is a nightmare for the client, or it's frustrating, or you're overcomplicating it, or you're requiring too much from them, then ultimately they're not going to want to work with you again. One thing I've learned over and over these years working with various clients is the importance of immersion. When you dive headfirst into their project, into their subject matter, whatever it is, a video game, a movie, a toy, a car, you gain a deeper understanding of their vision. I can remember a time, gosh, this was years ago, working with Atari. They were our first client, and this was kind of Atari 4.0. They had been bought and sold many, many times. But it was the Atari of the, kind of the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 era. And we were doing trailers for Dragon Ball Z, for The Matrix, for Naruto, a lot of anime in those days. And I worked with this one contact. His name is Matt Collins, and he was a joy to work with. We had done many projects together, but it occurred to me after, our third or fourth year working together, we were sitting at the original Dallas Cowboys stadium in Irving watching a game. It was me and him and his wife, and just having a great time, and we were going in and out of talking about our lives, our personal lives, and also talking about projects that we had worked on or projects that were coming up. And that's a really rare thing to have, where a client can turn into a friend, because so many times you don't cross those streams because it's like, oh, what if something goes wrong in either relationship, in the friendship or in the professional relationship. But my team and I had created, such a great product that worked well for him, whether it was, we did TV spots together, trailers, we did behind the scenes making of documentaries. And we always brought our A game, and we made the process really easy for him and fun. And so that we were able to kind of transition into being friends, and are friends to this day. So that's just a testament of focusing on the work, of course, but the process is, I would say, of equal importance. Next thing about the client experience is options. Offering options is key, in my opinion. We never, or I shouldn't say never, we rarely submit one video. So let's just say, for example, this is an announced trailer for a video game. There's all kinds of ideas, as I had mentioned in a previous video. Sort of best idea wins. You're going to have a lot of options internally of like, what about this piece of music? Or what if we did voiceover? Or what if we just did this cool creative graphic for the first part, but then it bursts into voiceover, and on and on and on. And so I've found it a good rule to always submit two versions, sometimes three. I mean, you don't want to go crazy, but it just shows the client that you're focused on quality, but also, that creativity is subjective. We all know that. And that, maybe they'll prefer one piece of music over another, or maybe, a graphic that you did is something they like that better than, the voiceover, and they want to just do all, tech super. So you want to provide enough choices to show you're not doing the bare minimum, but not so many that they're left overwhelmed, and that's a tricky balance there. So remember, positivity is the secret ingredient here. When you bring that energy to their project, it's infectious. You're giving them multiple options. You're making the process fun. You're making it easy. And they're going to notice that. Understanding your client's needs. This is crucial. Knowing who you're dealing with is key. Every client's different, with unique expectations and objectives. Co-producing can happen if you don't give them enough options. They want to have a conversation, maybe give you a short brief, and then let you do your thing. If they're required to come back and sort of give more input and kind of co-produce it with you, that's a fail. You should take the information at the beginning, whatever that is, a phone call, an email, a creative brief, and you should have all you need to come back to them with options. If they're only getting one option, they possibly don't feel like they're a part of the process. They're going to want to make choices about their project. So giving multiple options is important. Asking questions, that's another big one. For example, what's the purpose of the project? Who's the audience we're targeting? What would be a home run for this project? These are all just example questions that you'd ask a client. Because some clients are, how do I say this? Marketing professionals, like they really understand brand strategy and marketing and all the speak of creating creative briefs and doing all this stuff. Some don't. Some are sort of thrown in and they're new or they're young, and so you can't expect every client to do the same thing. Understanding the end goal of the client for that video, it really helps to tailor the approach for maximum impact. Get ahead of any surprises. And what I mean by that is you need to anticipate potential roadblocks and address them proactively. That's a lot of marketing speak, but basically clear communication and thorough planning, that whether that's scripting or storyboarding or location scouting, whatever that is, get ahead of it early so that you're not waiting, for days before your deadline to do what's necessary. I think by understanding client needs and delivering results, you and your team can create, honestly, just really successful collaborations with the client and a lasting impact with a great video, a great commercial, a great documentary. And it's obviously, this is all easier said than done, but things that I've learned over the years that might help you.